Welcome to the Wise Words of Motivation channel. 7 Stoic Principles for Avoiding Conflicts and Promoting Effective Communication. In moments of conflict, where controversy collides with calm, the key lies to effective communication and living in inner peace. But how can we control our reactions and build stronger relationships without getting carried away in a spiral of tension? Welcome to our channel, where we dive deep into the world of Stoic philosophy, which gives us invaluable tools to develop ourselves and enhance our communication. Today we will reveal 7 basic principles effectively and calmly cope with difficult situations. If you want to explore how to control your reactions or how the power of meditation can transform your interaction with others, you are in the right place. But do not forget that this journey is not complete without your support. Subscribe to the channel and press the like button. If you find the content useful, share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We appreciate every participation and every opinion, because we start this journey together and reveal the secrets of Stoic philosophy that can change your single life. Controlling emotional reactions. Seneca said, when you stop responding emotionally to every challenge, you start to see the world more clearly. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies one of the greatest challenges we all face: controlling emotional reactions. To think about it deeply, we live in a world full of ups and downs, but how to face these ups and downs without letting them control us? Our emotional actions are not just automatic responses. They can be managed, says Marcus Aurelius. Everything that bothers you is just an external appearance. But the truth lies in how you respond to this appearance. Control, not denial. Control of emotional reactions does not mean denying or suppressing feelings, but it means recognizing and controlling our feelings consciously. Imagine that you are facing a frustrating situation, such as unfair criticism from a coworker. You may feel anger or resentment, and this is normal. But through Stoicism we know that these feelings are not the actual problem. The problem lies in how we respond to them. Choice in dealing. When you control your reactions, take the initiative in determining the course of events. Imagine that you were rather harshly criticized. This is the essence of Stoicism. Control the response instead of allowing emotions to control you. Application in everyday life. Take for example a difficult conversation with a family member. Instead of giving in to anger or frustration, try to notice your feelings and then consciously choose how you will respond. Will you push towards conflict, or will you stay calm and look for a solution? This is not easy. The daily practice of meditation helps to strengthen this ability to control. Over time your emotional reactions become. Reflect on how you behave in similar situations and try to learn from each experience. As Epictetus wrote, events are not the ones that hurt us, but the way we deal with them. When you learn to control your reactions. So if you are looking for a way to improve your communication and reduce conflicts in your life, start first by controlling your emotional reactions. You will find that this control opens new doors for you to understand yourself and others in more depth. This is the key to the art of effective communication and achieving inner peace. To focus on what can be controlled. In the midst of the storms that beset us, as events seem to be unfolding beyond our control, we have to stop for a moment and think about what we can really control. We may be mired in problems for which we have no direct solution, or situations that seem to threaten our inner safety. But here lies the essence of Stoicism: focus on what we can really control. As Marcus Aurelius said, the things that we can change are only those that are inside of us. This quote is not just a call to surrender to circumstances, but he invited him to redirect our energies to what we can really do while facing daily problems and stresses. We have to ask ourselves, can I control this situation or this person? The answer is often no, but I can control my reactions to this situation. To take a fresh example, imagine that you are in a business meeting where tension escalates and the discussion begins to drift towards conflict. You may feel, and objectively even in the face of stress, you can choose to respond with measured words and thoughtful actions, which will strengthen your position instead of escalating the conflict. This orientation does not mean that you ignore or avoid problems, but it means that you refocus on what you can influence positively. When we choose to control our reactions, we are regaining our strength and turning things in our favor. And this includes developing our skills in dealing with situations effectively instead of your ability to control your actions. And mind can lead to positive results even in the most difficult circumstances. As Epictetus said, it is not important what happens to you, but what you do with what happens. You will discover that this focus on what you can control enhances your ability to make thoughtful decisions and gives you a sense of strength and empowerment. In the end, this principle is an invitation for you to free yourself from the burden of instead of giving in to external factors. This is the key to our stability. Empathy is one of the most powerful tools for effective communication. The power of empathy is not limited to superficial compatibility with other people's feelings, but goes beyond that to become a real way to understand the essence of their differences and needs. As Epictetus says, we cannot change the actions of others, but we can change the reactions of this guidance, and we can deep highlights that. The key to understanding is not in trying to control the actions of others, but in understanding and responding to their feelings in ways that are respectful. Empathy divergence is not just a feeling, it is a mental exercise. When we are faced with someone who is different from us in opinion or beliefs, our initial reactions may be either rejection or defense, but if we can adopt an empathic attitude, we begin to see things from the other person's angle. This exercise requires rationality to stop quick judgment and instead indulge in trying to understand how the other person. Their real motives behind their words. Active listening includes full attention to the content and the feelings associated with it. When we show genuine interest in the other's words, we open doors for deeper communication. Imagine yourself in the other person's situation, how you will feel, what issues you face. Through this way we can get deeper insights about his motivation and reactions. This does not mean that we surrender, means that we value other people's experiences and recognize their validity in their own context. Empathy as the key to conflict resolution. Empathy does not solve all conflicts automatically, but lays the foundation for a constructive dialogue. By understanding the feelings of others, we gain the ability to build joint solutions that go beyond the current conflict. This approach can turn conflicts from conflicts into opportunities for cooperation and deep understanding. Why we continue to pursue this concept. Empathy is a tool that frees us from emotional isolation, communicate more effectively, and build relationships based on trust and understanding. Differences between people are not just superficial differences, but the essence of humanity itself. But how can we, in a world full of diversity and difference, achieve effective communication and avoid conflicts that arise from these differences? To begin to understand that differences between individuals are not a cause of conflict, but an opportunity to broaden our horizons and enhance our deep understanding of the. But in the midst of these differences, the biggest challenge appears. How to deal with it in a way that builds bridges instead of barriers. Recognizing differences as a fact, but we face a diversity of ideas and experiences. This diversity is what makes the discussions rich and fruitful, turning differences into learning opportunities. Think of each difference as opportunities to expand your knowledge. When faced with a dissenting opinion, do not stand at the point of build bridges instead of barriers. How can you transform? This requires a combination of respect and flexibility. Instead of indulging in discussions that end in conflicts, try to find meeting points between your opinions and the opinions of others. As you are looking for a common ground, a place where your thinking can intersect with the thinking of others, meditate on how differences can strengthen bonds. Imagine that each difference is the embodiment of a unique diversity in human experience. This diversity, instead of dividing you, as Epictetus explains, we are all part of the same human being. And so our understanding of diversity is what enhances the integrity of each experience, and each ray adds new value to the conversation, which understanding and appreciating differences between us enhances our ability to cooperate and pushes us towards more creative solutions. Understanding and appreciating differences is not just a communication skill, but is an essential element in building a more cohesive and understanding society. If you are looking for ways to enhance your effective communication and build strong relationships, acceptance of differences is the beginning of the road. A calm and respectful language. When we talk about the language, almost in class, we are talking. Words are not just a voice, but they are phrases that reflect the depths of our souls, as Seneca said, which is an affirmation of the power of language in determining the course of human interactions. When we use calm and respectful language, we are in fact exercising control over the way we approach challenges and conflicts. In the midst of controversy or heated debate, harsh, respectful in calming souls and paving the way for understanding. Imagine an event between two people where tension escalates. If one of them speaks in a calm language supported by respect and appreciation, this not only helps calm the atmosphere, but also encourages the other to open up and reciprocate. In this way we turn from two conflicting parties into dialogue partners where words contribute to building a bridge instead of raising a wall. Choosing our words carefully reflects our respect for others and enhances the effectiveness of communication. When we use respectful, we show others that we appreciate their views and feelings, even if we do not agree with them. This language is not just. In this context, think about every word you choose as a building block in your communication relationship. Do you build a bridge or climb walls? Do you promote understanding or deepen gaps? Calm and respectful language opens the doors of dialogue and provides a fertile environment to reach compromises. Remember that the words we choose can be either a weapon of destruction or a tool. It is also your way to more effective communication and inner peace. Let us all commit ourselves to be determined to use this great power in our daily life to build our relationships in such a way that every word we utter contributes to enhancing understanding and communication. 6. Focus on common values. In a diverse world full of differences, common values can be the bridge that connects us and establishes effective communication. The deep vision of the appreciation of common values begins with understanding that the difference between individuals is part of the human fabric, but it should not be a cause of conflict. As the philosopher Epictetus pointed out, we are all part of the same human being. This phrase is not just a meditation, but an invitation to focus on the grounds that we share instead of focusing on the differences. To take a simple example, imagine a dialogue between two people with different cultural and religious backgrounds. If the dialogue focuses on basic human values such as respect, justice, and equality, you will find that the conversation goes more smoothly, because common values provide a solid base that goes beyond superficial differences and promotes cooperation and mutual respect. The realization of these common values does not necessarily mean that we agree on everything, but it means that we recognize human foundations that can be built on. These common values give them the strength to overcome differences and achieve success. Focusing on common goals enhances cooperation and makes disagreements less acute, which significantly improves collective performance. Psychological studies show that individuals who focus on common values find it less difficult to reach compromises and negotiate, because common values create a common ground on which to build. When we define these values, we discover that we have. Thinking about common values requires us to overcome selfishness and recognize that we are all striving to achieve valuable things in our lives. Each of us is looking for happiness, dignity, respect, and love. Can we overcome the superficial differences that restrict us and focus on these basic values? Of course, we can build stronger and healthier relationships by focusing on what unites us. And as we continue to explore these principles, you will realize that focusing on common values is not just a tool for effective communication, but also a way to achieve a more harmonious and satisfied life. That these common values are the intention of harmonious group life. Communication is not. In the midst of everyday conflicts and tensions, our brains react quickly to stimulating situations, and often our reactions are a reflection of an ill-considered emotional state. But how to break this pattern and achieve a more balanced and effective communication? Meditation on reactions is one of the greatest tools offered by Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius says in Meditations, meditation is to look at yourself as if you and rearrange yourself. This deep invitation to self-reflection goes beyond just thinking. It's an invitation. Observing our reactions and testing their compatibility with our values and principles. When faced with a stimulating situation, your reactions take the form of an automatic response that may be fraught with emotions or anger. In these moments, meditation becomes a necessary tool for deeper understanding. Instead of a spontaneous response, stop for a moment and ask yourself, why I feel this way. This question is the key to our reactions. Are only the result of his inner thoughts. If these thoughts are negative or full of tension, our reactions will be so. But through meditation we can change these thoughts and turn them into a driving force towards responding more calmly and objectively. Meditating on reactions also means evaluating them over time. After facing a challenge or conflict, take a few minutes to take notes on how you handled the situation, what you could have done differently, how you can improve your reactions to be more consistent with your personal values. A continuous process of personal development. Reviewing our reactions and thinking about them provides us with a window to see how we can improve our interaction with the world around us. As Seneca said, virtue. This journey is not easy, but it leads to a deep improvement in how we interact with others. So when you face a challenge or a difficult situation, Remember that the moment you spend in meditation is an investment in enhancing your personal abilities and communicate more effectively, that your patience on the meditation process will reward you with a greater ability to control your reactions and build stronger and more positive relationships. We hope to follow and subscribe to the channel.